people, welcome to a very special edition of the Finger Tapping Frenzy that we all know and love as WWE SuperCard with me, Big Jim, here at BadLadDad HQ. Now the special something that I'm talking about, well, you will know it is Season 5 week this week, WWE SuperCard. It's the 4th birthday's finished, the 4th year's over, we're into Season 5 this week. And by way of a preview, I've got hold of some exclusive cards from Season 5 coming up in the next couple of days. So let's not waste any more time, let's have a look. And first up, we have that Foxy lady. We have Foxy. Now you can see, she's not always the best card, it has to be said, when it comes to WWE SuperCard. Never one of the highest ranking cards. If you have a look at her stats here, now I know it says S4, some of their artworks still do say S4. It is for Season 5, I promise you, and this is official. This isn't me making it up or doing some special kind of Photoshop, because I'm not that clever at all. I wouldn't be able to do that in a month of Sundays. So this is the genuine thing from 2K Games UK, so thanks very much to them for giving us this opportunity to have a sneak peek. Yeah, as I was saying, Foxy, if you look at her stats, pretty much an even spread. I mean, speed and charisma are a thing. That's what she does. But if you have a look at both toughness and power, very similar. Also in the 33s, 33.6 in toughness, 33.5 in power. That's not a bad card to just spread your stats on. So if you do pull Foxy at the start, she may be one that will be quite useful because she's going to have quite an even spread. Quite an even spread. So that's the first. That's of the Gothic cards. And of course there are 3 tiers coming up. Gothic, Neon and Shattered. So, having had a look at Gothic, let's have a look at a Neon. And for Neon, it's hugs all round for Bayley. Now Bayley, very popular card. Again, not always one of the strongest, but she's more of a sort of mid-ranking card. She's normally quite competitive when it comes to WWE SuperCard. And this time, as you can see, power is not her thing. Toughness is not her thing particularly. Speed and charisma are, but if you're going to be powering on your tokens on there, I think obviously speed, charisma are going to be the mains, with toughness back up and probably not bother with power. Who knows? Who knows how you like to token your cards? You might want to go all in on ability. I don't know. But the actual Neon cards themselves, I suppose I should be asking you guys what you think of the actual designs. I mean, overall, I'm quite impressed. What I like about them is they're all very different. Gothic very much got that sort of the dark arts feel to it, and they've obviously taken some time to take a look at the roster and try and allocate the right cards for the right tiers. Having said that, you do still get people in more than one tier, so they've already flagged up the Rey Mysterio card in Gothic, and he was also there. I think was it in Neon? I can't remember now whether it was in Neon or in Shattered. But I think it was Shattered actually. So there's a couple of Rey Mysterio cards there. So just because you see somebody in one tier doesn't mean they're not going to be in the other tier as well. But certainly the ones that they've been giving us the sneak previews of have very much fitted in with the themes. And Bayley, very colourful. Of course, Nim Nom Nimini, Naomi would be the ideal Neon card. And, oh yeah, Macho Man with his special shades and Ultimate Warrior. All that kind of person in Neon look great. But there we go with Bayley. And now, for the top tier, the creme de la creme, woken for action, no less. It is Matt Hardy. And again, the stats, they're not too dissimilar when it comes to the top stats. But here, you find with Big Matt is 265s and 264s in the 64,000. Incredible these stats when you consider what we were looking at in Season 1 and Season 2. And if you're a late starter to WWE SuperCard, if you've not been around for too long, you've only started playing the last 6 months or in the last couple of seasons, just take a look back at our Season 1 videos and Season 2 and see some of the stats we were playing with then compared to the monsters that we've got now. But anyway, Shattered and Woken. Matt Hardy, loving the image. One of the big things that we're all waiting to find out is when you put a new image in, if you want to try something different, in the Shattered card, is the face going to be represented in those mirrors? I would hope so, but that might be just a step too far for the graphics boys. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, there you go. As you can see, Matt Hardy, 65's on power and charisma, 64's on toughness and speed. Bit of a toss-up between toughness and speed. If I was looking to stat this card now and put the tokens on, I'd probably look at splitting it between speed and toughness. What you need to do with all of these cards is just try and establish whereabouts it is in the ranking of the cards and within the tier, and then sort of apply your stats accordingly. Because it may be if you've got someone who's higher up in the tier, you want to just spread the stats and find they can beat most cards, certainly in the bottom third of the tier, and probably a lot of the middle ranking cards. Whereas if you've got a lower ranking card, particularly a low ranking card, you're going to want to pile on your 3 best stats and not bother about the 4th stat, because you're unlikely to beat anyone on that 4th stat. It's a waste of tokens to put them on. So that's obviously something to look out for in the future. And in terms of the present, we've of course got Ring Dobby Dim Dom going on right now for the Seth Rollins card. For those of you that went for it, I had a little dabble on Sunday and then just thought, no, this isn't happening. Bearing in mind these cards, certainly the Seth event card, is going to be pretty meaningless once the new season with the new tiers kicks in. It's going to end in tears. You just know it's going to end in tears. But I'm going to have a go at Ring Dobby Dim Dom just because Shelton Benjamin, which is the second card in SummerSlam 18, would create a pro for me. And I've just had so many singles. And on that note, I did a King of the Ring on Saturday for Sunday. As you can see, I'm still keeping some of these things. Still, this catalogue level is driving me potty with the card limit, but I'm still keeping some of these. I do like to be able to call up the proper images, so I'm going to be interested to see how the catalogue is, but I digress. I pulled a female card over the weekend. Was it a pro, you say? Big Jim, you got a King of the Ring win. Was it a pro? Well, I won't bother clicking on Combinable because it wasn't a pro. It was yet another single female. It was Charlotte. So as you can see, these SummerSlam females, there is, well, I suppose you've got to include Paige in there as well. There is Paige, there's Ronda Rousey, there's Natalia, there's Asuka, there's Nikki Cross. I do like these Nikki Cross images. I like something a bit different. Liv, lovely Liv, and Charlotte as well. So, of course, got the main Ronda Rousey event card. But I'm just lacking on the female pros for SummerSlam. That's something that I'm going to need to tackle fairly early on when it comes to Season 5. Now, one thing I have ignored over these last couple of days is all the various offers they've had on packs. And the reason I've ignored them is, now, as I've just mentioned, I've got to try and sort out some female pros. So I'm feeling a bit hairy today. It's getting in my face. Oh, and there's another King of the Ring. I'm winning 2-0 in a final. I've just decided to chain a few King of the Rings towards the end of the tier just to see if I can convert some of those SummerSlams into pros. There will be, of course, new packs coming out with Season 5, and within those new packs you normally will get up to a certain tier. There will be a female pack up to a certain tier. It's not normally the top tier, it's normally the tier below. But obviously, there will be cards of lower tiers that you will be able to pull as well. So I've not bothered buying any of the packs right now, where SummerSlam 18 is a high ranking tier, or the top tier, because in a couple of days' time, SummerSlam 18 is going to be the 4th tier. And a lot of packs will be the 2nd or 3rd tier. So that will increase your chances of actually getting a SummerSlam card for a SummerSlam Pro out of those packs that are coming up in the next couple of days. And I have put a few quid away, just a few quid away to be opening a couple of packs, 2 or 3 packs at the start of the new tier. And I kind of felt I treated myself, because SummerSlam was such a stinking tier for me. All those singles, I mean, I don't want to bore you with it again, but you know, the SummerSlam singles that I've had, they're just driving me potty. It was just single after single after single after single after single after single. Hardly any pros there. It's just, you know, single. It just goes on and on and on. There's like 40 odd singles or something. It's just ridiculous. I didn't want all those singles. I wanted pros. So this time round, I want to hit the ground running, which is why I'm just gonna, for the first time in a new tier, I'm actually going to be opening a few packs. So keep your eye open for that. In the meantime, let me know what you're most looking forward to. Are you even thinking that you're not going to be in one of these new tiers, and that You're going to have to look from the sidelines while people in the top tiers are all running away enjoying themselves in the fields with all the new cards, while you're stuck at home with your Ultimates or your whatever it is tier you're playing on right now. So let me know what you're looking forward to most. There's of course lots of new things coming out. There's the multiple fusion chamber. I do have a fusion for SummerSlam card in right now, which has got a couple of days to run. So hopefully that should be done, ready in time for Season 5. But if it's not, I'd be interested to see if it gets messed up, or indeed if they finish all fusions early for people. I know some people are going to stick a fusion in with a day to go and hope that SuperCard are just going to draw a line under everything, give you a new fusion chamber, and completely finish all any outstanding fusions that you've got in. A bit of a risky strategy, so I wouldn't recommend it. And what else is there? There's obviously the new look catalogue. I'd be interested to see how that works. As I mentioned, the fusion chambers, there's 3 different versions of the fusion chamber, including the legacy. I'd love to know what it is that we can be able to get out of that. And not pulling common and uncommon cards and things. They'll be gone. We're pulling bigger cards now, higher than SummerSlam on the deck. So that's going to be a bit of a change. And it's going to be interesting to see whether that does have an effect on how quickly you can level up and power up cards. I'm assuming that we're still going to have to play a zillion matches to make every card as big as it can be and as strong as it can be and as competitive as it can be. And as we've already seen, they're talking about new events to run in tandem with Ring Dommy Dim Dom, Road to Glory and Last Man Standing. So firstly, we're stuck with those old 3 events that we've had, certainly the first 2 for some time, a few years now, and Last Man Standing, which has had a bit of a controversial history so far, because a lot of people complaining that really to get the card every time to a competitive level, it has to be something that you spent some credits on. Some have tried to disprove that and have done very well. Whether you could do that every weekend, it depends on what's going on in your own life, in your own world, doesn't it? So we'll have to wait to see what else is going to come out this week. But certainly for now, that's it for now. What I will be doing over these next few days is, of course, getting as much content out for you as I can, because this is it. This is what we're waiting for. Something new, something big, something exciting, which is not very often what I can do for you guys. But now we've got the opportunity, haven't we? So stay tuned to the channel. The best way to do that, subscribe down below, bung a few likes if you like the video, and of course there's all the social media. There's Twitter, there's Instagram, there's Facebook. Till I see you next time, you stay cool.